Back at the New Balance outlet. Actually, technically the clearance store where they got 50% off clearance items. Oh yeah, we getting something, hopefully. All kinds of stuff on clearance in the aisles. All these things with the yellow tags. Got more items right here as well as everything in the clearance section. Oh wait, we got more on this side as well. That includes these 1080 V14s. The 15s just came out. I don't know the big differences though, but big difference is the price. $165 or $150 versus $65 for these bad boys right here. Not digging the color though, so I'm searching for performance stuff in the clearance section. Not really found what I'm looking for. Finding a bunch of casual shoes though. We'll definitely get to that, but looking for some running shoes. Not really seeing what I'm looking for. These 1080s right here, hella clean. These are buy one get one 50% off. Scoping out the women's section real quick to see if they got any running shoes I'm looking for. They got these 1080 V14s. I got these at home. I paid more than $65 for them. I think I paid like $75 or something. But yeah, I do got a pair of these at home. These are pretty freaking clean. I got wide ones too. These are D, which is a wide. These are still going for $35. I am a huge fan of these. These are casual. Pair right here, $574s, but these are going for $35. $35. That is crazy. These are my daily runners right here, 1080 V14s. This is the same colorway and everything. A D, which is a wide, $65. I think I paid $75 for mine. Got another one down here, $65 for these bad boys right here as well. $90 for these, which is $45. Dang, I paid so much more for these bad boys right here. These are going for $50. I think I paid like 70 something for mine. Like, it might have been 70. Might have paid 70 for mine. These are going for $50. Are you serious? $50. These are the Fresh Foam Moors. These are the Max cushion shoes, similar to like the Vomero Plus. Crazy price of $50. Color's not the greatest, but I use it for running. Fuel cells going for $100 of $50 after the savings. They got more of these bad boys right here. But they ain't nothing that I really need. I got 2 pair of 1080s and then 1 pair of Fresh Foam Moors. So don't think they have anything that I really need right now. I did buy Christmas presents for my workers, but I gave it to them for their birthday presents because I had birthdays for my workers in I think September and October. October 31st was one of them. I was like, what? Halloween? That's crazy. But yeah, I don't really like this color for any of them. I like that price, $50 for Fresh Foam Moors. That is crazy. All right, going back to the men's section right here. You know the deals are good when you see resellers here because you really see resellers in the New Balance clearance store right here. But yeah, you got these 140 for 2002 Rs. These are down to 110, so $55. 990s right here for $100, so that brings you down to $50. 1000s right here, $100. 480s right here, kind of their skate shoes, go for $70. Got their Levi's collab right here, Levi's 580s. Yeah, these are size 7.5, and you see the Levi branding right there. What's the price though? So 120, so $60 for those. 1906 utilities, 130. Bunch of the Levi's right here in smaller boxes. They give you the box tops on all of them. What is this? RC42s, not familiar with these. $100. These are down to $70, so $65. Size 10.5 wide. More 990s right here, 120 for these. 1000s right here. Not a big fan of these, but $80. Some baseball cleats, 130. Are these softball cleats? 130 for these. 997s right here, $60. So that means 30 freaking bucks. Are you serious? That's crazy. It's crazy. And some fire running shoes, I'd be so happy, but not really. $60 for these, which means $30. Tom Knox collab. This is one of their skaters. So it looks like a skating shoe. $50 for these, so $25. Another one of the 990s right here. It comes with a box top, which I appreciate. $150. All right, let's check out the aisles. We see a lot of yellow tags in the aisles, including these Fresh Foam 1080 V14s. The 15s just came out. Seen a few reviews of them. Well, I've seen them online, but I haven't really scoped them out like that. But yeah, $65. That is crazy. Tech Trails, some trail running shoes, I guess. $70, 50 off. Some of these prices are insane. $60 for these Fresh Foam Cajas. I don't really know much about these. Yeah, but $30 seem hella cheap. 237s going for 60. These are 60. 480s right here going for 50. And all these you get 50% off on top. 480s go for 70. These are down to 50. 574 is down to $70. So yeah, $35. That's some of the cheapest 574s we've ever seen. I got one for 20 a while back for one of my boys. 35, you're not gonna beat that ever. 1906s. Got a pink one, green one right here. Got 990s, $219 for these. That's a premium. This one's going for $2. And it's the 50. This one's going for 100. This has been here for a while. 9060s going for 150 in 2 different colorways. And this one down to 110. 60 for these, as well as these. These T500s go for 80, 100. 550s down to $50, so $25 after a discount. 70 for these. 110 for the 550s. More 1906s for 130. And 110 for these. Then you have a lot of other stuff right here. Buy one, get one 50% off. Including the 1080 V14s right here, which are actually pretty decent price, but we're just seeing some of the lowest prices ever. So definitely gotta look for those. Moving back to the women's section over here. Let's see if I missed anything in the clearance section. So I was trying to figure out if I should get stuff for my workers. I'm assessing what's out here in the aisles because this is what eventually goes to the clearance section. They have a whole aisle full of 1080s right here. This is what I want to get for one of my workers, or actually 2 of my workers. I want to get them both 1080s or Fresh Foam Moors. I really like this color, but I do not want to pay that much. So I'll keep an eye on these. But yeah, there's plenty of different colorways out here, which will trickle down to the clearance section. So I'll definitely keep my eye out. Really like these. I really like these, but damn, $35, $35. I really like them, but I need my money for some other things right now. Like the Black Hat 4s are coming out. There's a few shoes that I do want to get. Dang it, $35. All right, let's move on to the aisles for the women. We got 515s for $60, 50 off. Multiple colorways. Fresh Foam Rove tees. What the hell? Never heard of that one. $70. Cajas right here going for 80. And that's the 50% off. These are also 80. They say Fresh Foam Cajas as well. They look way different than all those ones. What's up with that? I don't know. These look way different than all the other ones. They have the wrong one? Yeah, that didn't look right. They got the wrong one here, and all the boxes do say Cajas. 680s right here. These are 60. These Fuel Cell Rubble 4s. The V4s go for 110. 880s. But yeah, it does say 100 on these, so $50 for those. 860s. Multiple colorways. 1906s. Now what are these? The Fresh Foam Heroes? These are 130 for trail running shoes. So yeah, 65, not bad. 680s, 237s, multiple colorways. These are going for 70. 80 for these. 515, $60. So $30. That's crazy. Rishis. These are going for 50. Fresh Foam Roab, $60. 515s. These are going for 60. 70 for the 997s. 574s going for 90. 237s. 574s. These are $60, so $30 after a discount. 60 for these. These are some of the lowest prices we've ever seen at the New Balance clearance store. Remember, this is not just a regular factory store, it's a clearance store. Prices going to be a little different at some of the other factory stores. We got deals on apparel as well. $20 for these New Balance shirts. I guess this matches with some of the Dodger stuff, I guess. If you a fan of Otani, I guess. Got hoodies for $34, including black ones right here. Got jackets, not too bad. It says 50% off style, so is that $12.50 for this one? This actually is not that bad. I've heard New Balance fans even say, hey, the apparel is so trash, but this t-shirt not bad. They have them in multiple colors. Yeah, this white one not bad. This one got a little bit of cream color on it. And running shorts right here, $30. They got sweats, $70. Do you get 50% off these? And then you got $10 section right here. It looks like 50 off of 20. So got a bunch of t-shirts here. Going for $10. Got New Balance socks as well as backpacks right here. $100, 50 off, and then socks. These look like some super thick socks. And you could be down as hell because look at how tall these socks are. $10, so $5 for these bad boys. Not too bad. You get 2 pair of socks for $5. That's a hell of a deal. New Balance was crazy. Can Adidas compete? They got 50% off, and then is it 60 off of clearance? So yeah, this is Adidas outlet out in Camarillo, and 60% off clearance. So you know we got to go straight to the back. I thought these were the Sambas, but nope. VL Court 2s, $50. Ultra Boost right here. These are only a 6.5, which is size 8 women's, but these are $120. So yeah, was that $48? $48, not bad. I thought these were gazelles, apparently not. 55. Do got the Fear of God basketball shoe right here. These are $200. $2 still. Oh my goodness. I guess with 60 off, 120, not bad. I guess they got a bunch of these in different sizes and stuff. Not bad. These bad boys, comfy as hell. Retro piece right here, $65. Yo, what's this? $52. So what's $52? Oh my goodness. So is that $20? $20? $24? Something like that? $22? Something like that? Holy crap. I would get these for someone, but I've been buying so much stuff that like nobody, like I don't even have stuff to get, like people to give it to. But that's $20-something. That's crazy. 8.5. Who do I know that wears an 8.5? That's like almost free, dude. But when you give stuff to people for free, I've noticed people don't, like, especially if they're not even sneakerheads, people don't even appreciate it. Because they're like, oh, you only paid $20. Like, motherfucker, these cost $180, dude. What the hell? People don't even appreciate stuff. Do I have someone for this? This is $21. God dang, dude. I think I'll be able to find someone for it. $80 for Harden Volume 9s. So what is that? What is that? Damn, dude. That's crazy. $32? $32 for these? Harden Volume 9s? Wow. Maybe this is not included because usually it's red tagged. Red tags are usually 60 off. $80 is still a discount. They got the crazy infinities right here. $120. Superstars right here for $100. Superstar vintage. Smaller sizes though. What is this down here? What is that on? Oh, these Stella McCartney's. Stella McCartney things right here. $120 for these, plus an extra 60 off. Oh, I kind of like these. The Mad Infinities right here. $90 for these. These remind me of the Kobe 2s, pretty much. Not the Kobe 2s, right? No, they're slightly different. My bad. They are slightly different. But yeah, $90 for these. Got Ultra Boosts right here. What they talking about? What they talking about? Solar Thons, I guess. Solar Thons, not bad. But no price tag. That's my kid's cool colors. I don't think it'll fit him though. He wears a 9. Sometimes Ultra Boost you can go half size down, but I don't think so. I think he needs a 9. Dang it. Wait, they got another one right here. They got another one right here. What the hell? Oh, look at that luck. It's marked wrong. Look at that. This shows 130. 130, so bank error in my favor. That's what it looks like. Bank error in my favor. That's definitely what it looks like. If you guys play Monopoly, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm just saying stupid stuff. Dude got the AEs right here, 110. I don't know if you get a discount though. What's this going for? What, 2 bills still. This one got a price tag? Nope. Nope. Another one with no price tag. Dang. But yeah, if you are an Adidas fan, they do have some deals. And apparently some huge steals right here. Holy crap. Holy crap. I just asked one of the workers to check the price. He's like, oh, it's 129. I was like, you can't scan it real quick to? I don't know. He was giving me a hard time. I said, whatever. I'm just going to grab the 8.5. These are size 9. These are the ones I need for my kiddo. Or I don't need them, but I could use them for my kiddo. But yeah, I'm just going to grab these. It is what it is. All right, we're going to check the aisles. What is this? Adidas Star Harmonies? What the hell is this? I have no clue what that is. But yeah, it's going for, what, $44? And then, as we've seen for quite some time, a lot of generics. 160s. What the hell? What the hell? Ooh, dude, got some Adidas. The Adios Pros right here. These are 50% off. Are you serious? 50% off, and a lot of the good sizes are already taken. I don't see my size, do I? No, I don't see it. Oh, wait, I see a size 10. I think I need a 10.5 in these. I'm pretty sure I've tried these. I'm pretty sure I need a 10.5. But yeah, $90 for those. That is crazy. If I remember, these are their marathon running shoe. I'm gonna have to try it on. Pretty sure these are the marathon running shoes. This color is awful though. This color's awful, but it's probably good for like running at night, because it looks like it has some reflective stuff on it. Yeah, I could see the 3M like crazy, and yeah, these are pretty nice. They do have carbon fiber on the bottom, and it does have their Light Strike Pro, which is their premium foam. It's Continental leather on it. This is like one of their premier shoes. $90. Size 10 does work. I can't stand this color though. This color's awful. I don't plan on running any marathons or anything, but still, thinking about it. So yeah, majority of the stuff here, like generic stuff. They do have some heat. They got some bargains as well. And in the aisles, they do have some forums for some really good prices. These the handball specials. Decent prices, remind me of the Gazelles. This one's going for $70. But yeah, still a lot of generics. What are those, the Gazelles right there? So Gazelles, not too bad. More Gazelles right there. Okay, Gazelles go for $60. Not too shabby. Do got these OG Sambas right here, 50% off. As well as the Superstar Vintage. Only a few different sizes. Superstar 2s? How is it so different? That is cheesy as hell on top, but what's the difference between Superstar 2s and, I don't know. Like with the Air Forces, there's huge differences. This, you can't really tell. And you got these indoor soccer shoes. I've been seeing these like crazy lately. Adi Racer Lows. Yeah, they're going for $60. And they got some SL72s. These are hell interesting with the knit material and stuff, $50. And then these right here, interesting Jabari High. Oh no, these aren't Jabari Highs. That's what it says, but these are pretty interesting. Oh, those are down there, the Superstar 2s. That makes sense. And then look at this Superstar Skates. I've never seen these before. These are 2 bills, 50% off. They only have a couple of them. These are all in the women's section right here, but I've never seen these. These would actually be dope. It looks like they just literally screwed on some roller skates on some Superstars. That's what it looks like. That's hilarious. And of course, we got to check the women's clearance to see if they have any mispriced shoes like this one. They do got some Sambas right here, which are pretty interesting. I don't know if it's a part of the discount because it's white tagged. The Akurus right here, $80 for these. You get 60 off. These are the walkers that so many of you guys have talked about. These are going for 80. Got some extra tiny little Ultra Boost, regular price though. I've got some of the newer Ultra Boost right here, 100 and 50. These are the 5X, 150, 60 off. Where are these going for 80? The Taekwondos go for 60 bucks. Why didn't I get a pair of these when I was a kid? When I did Taekwondo, but probably because I was broke or my family was broke. Ultra Boost coming in the old school boxes. What the hell? Yeah, Ultra Boost right here, 120. But you do get that extra 60 off. Pretty decent price. Oh, do got some Evo SLs right here. No additional discount, so dang it. Or no discount at all, to be honest. That's 150. What is this, a campus? I've never seen this type of campus right here. $70. Are these all white Ultra Boosts? Not bad, 120. 60% off, 120. And then the women's, kind of the same. It's like mostly hella generic shoes. Pure Boost 2023 is 40% off, 90 right here. Yeah, almost everything else hella generic. They do got Ultra Boost 5X right here, 150, 40 off. These Adidas Boston 12s right here. This has Light Strike Pro. This is one of their premier runners. And then look at this, $90 right here. What is this? What is this? A Pure Boost, $90 you get 40 off. Got a few sizes. Another one of the Adidas Bostons, one of their everyday trainers. So they do have a bunch of deals, but a lot of generics too. All right, so the workers were confused. I just ended up getting the 8.5. They did give it to me for the mistaken price because I was like, you guys made a mistake. But yeah, they were nice about it. They couldn't give me the other one at that price. I didn't expect them to give it to me at that price because I told them, I was like, hey, it was a mistake. But yeah, $22 after tax, $21 before tax, $20.80. Pretty freaking crazy Ultra Boost. I'm gonna see if this fits my kid, and I doubt it will. And then I'll find a home for him eventually. 20 bucks, dude, 20 bucks. Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. And then Pro Image Sports. I'm gonna check here super quick. Checking their clearance section real quick. I don't think these are really on clearance, but pretty decent sale. These are high quality. What is this? Oh, Pro Standard beanies right here. $30 normally. What, 37? New Era ones go for 30. Ping pong balls, aka beer pong balls, 50% off. And they do have Dodgers gear. Right here, 47 brand. I know you guys are getting Dodgers gear. $60. So these are like 50% off. I see double XLs, I see XL, I see large. And then do even see, these are the 2024 champion jerseys right here. This is a medium, $70. No names on them, 70 bucks. Got a couple mediums. Mitchell and S jacket right here. This is actually a cool jacket. If you're a Yankees fan, I don't see a price tag though. Do I? It says 110, but I bet it's on sale. Got Yankee stuff right here, $60. So yeah, 50% off a lot of this stuff, including Michael Parsons jerseys down to $20 right there. Lakers G3 brand. This is a small, and I think I was like, this isn't for women. No, I think this is for dudes. I think it's for guys. $5? Oh no, I was like, what the hell? That's a Kawhi Leonard t-shirt in the back right there. $50 for those. San Francisco pullover, $60. LA Champs. This is this is 2025. Oh, that's NLCS. National League Champs, $20. I think that's about it. Nothing too crazy today. Always worth checking though. $10 for Raider shirts. All right, we're back. We did check Pro Image. We also checked Adidas as well as New Balance. Got some pretty big sales going on. Hopefully I can get back to making regular videos for y'all. That's my plan. All right, right, yeah.